Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, start of the week. This morning I'm going to be heading over to pick up the guys, and we're going back to that job site in Yucaipa, that big job. I got final approval on all the landscape blueprints over the weekend when I met with the builder, so we're going to go ahead and get started on all the irrigation. Last week we worked a couple of days cleaning up the job site, getting it ready, doing some of the fine grading, so it's ready for us to start all the irrigation. We're going to go ahead and start that today. Before we head over to that job site, though, I still have to go over to that lady where we did that hillside and do a walkthrough with her and collect a check for that job. So we'll see you guys at the job site. Okay, we made it to the hillside job that we finished. We're just going to do a walkthrough with the customer here at this property. She already saw the job, so there's really not much to walk through, and basically I'm just here to collect payment and answer any other questions, show her how to use her timer, and then once we've got that all wrapped up, we're going to be moving on to the house over there in Yucaipa. So let me show you guys. What I didn't show you guys is that we also did a little bit of work in the front yard. Let me show you there. So here in the front yard, she had 12 pygmy palm trees that were pretty large. They were covering up this entire planter bed, and she wasn't getting a lot of visibility from her windows. So we went ahead and removed all those palm trees out of this planter bed. But we also top dressed the planter bed with some compost or some mulch, just to make it look decent. Eventually, she's going to remove this entire area. She's going to redo the patio there and the steps. So this was a temporary deal, just so that it looks nice for now. So we'll go ahead and do the walkthrough with her, and we'll catch you guys at the other job site. Okay, we made it to the job site here. We're going to start working. First thing we're going to do this morning is lay out our irrigation system. We're going to start in the back. Like I showed you guys earlier, we do have our main water line feed already in place. So it's right here. We're just going to cut into the main line and run it around actually the side of the house and back to here. We're actually going to start working on this back area. I want to finish this area first because there's not a lot of work that's going to be going on here. In the front, they're still going to bring in soil for additional grading, so we can hold off on doing anything out there. But for now, we're going to get started here on this back end. This is going to be a lawn area all in through here. That's going to be grass all in through there. We're going to have our lawn area in here and wrapping around the house. It's going to wrap around the house just to the end of the house there, because on that little front side slope, we're going to be doing ground cover and a few plants. This corner here is going to be a planter bed right there, and we are also going to have some Carolina cherry trees up against this little wall here. So we're gonna set up the irrigation for that right now. I'm gonna put my valves somewhere where they're out of the way. Most likely I'm gonna set them up here in this corner. So we just have to run our main all the way to this point, and from here we're gonna set up our valves, our manifold, and we can run our lateral lines to this whole area here. So we're gonna get started with that and get going. Also, to all the masons out there, can you guys tell me what's wrong with these steps? It's pretty simple. They put in the block backwards. It's a split face stone, split face block. So the face need to be on the ends here. These blocks are all backwards. The finished face is on this end. It's supposed to be on this end. So I think the mason is going to send his guys out to try to fix that today. But yeah, you can see that he did that on both steps, both sides of the stairway. Not good, but definitely not our job. I wanted to try to get the grass in right after we did the irrigation, but I guess we're still going to have stucco on this wall here, so it might be a little bit a while. But for now, we're going to get started with all the irrigation because that's something we can move forward with, and we want to keep the progress going on this job. So I'll let you guys see the progress as we move through it. Okay, we're moving along with our day here. We're here with a bit of a correction. We're going to be fixing the problem with the curb over here at one of the shopping centers that we service. I'm going to show you guys what the problem is, what we're going to be doing here. So as you can see here, somebody painted this phosphorus green. We're going to be removing that paint, painting the curb green, dark green, and white letters. So we're going to be correcting this mistake right here. Okay, we almost have the letters removed from this parking spot right here. We're using some paint thinner. It got most of it off. We're going to rinse it down, and we're going to use a little bit of 1:10 ratio muriatic acid to finish cleaning it up. And then after that, we're just going to spray the stencils on the parking spot next to it, and we should be all wrapped up with this. This isn't something I typically do as part of my landscaping business, but again, these are jobs that I take on from a property manager who I get a lot of work from, so we're gonna make it happen for her. Okay, that's what we ended up with right there. Nice and clean. Just got to remove the paper. We're going to be painting it on the bottom side as well, so it's legible from the top and the bottom. It's ready to go. Okay, there it is. We got it all in. That's a lot better than what we started with. We got it on both the top and bottom. There's still a little bit of remnants of the old one that they did. We cleaned this one as best as we could. We got it all ready for the customer. Let me show you guys why I don't like painting. It's because of this. I don't like getting dirty like that. So necessary sometimes. So we're just gonna finish cleaning up here, send some pictures to the property manager, let her know that it's all done, and move on to the next one. We'll catch you guys at the other job in Paipa. We made it back to the job site here. We're going to continue with the trenching. I left one guy here. One guy went to help me with the stenciling over there on the curb. But now we can tackle all this trenching together. I got my generator out here because this house doesn't have any power. Power is usually the last thing to go in. We have water, but there's no power yet, so I learned that I need to be bringing my generator out here anytime that we're doing a job for this guy, because we never have power in his houses until the very end. So with the guy using the jackhammer, that makes the trenching a lot easier. We're gonna get going with all this. My goal is to finish trenching these two zones back here today, and then trench over to the main line so that we can plumb all this tomorrow. So at least this entire area will be done by tomorrow. So We're gonna keep to it. Well, that's a little harder than we were thinking. What we're finding is that the guys in the poured concrete didn't really set their corners that well. There's a lot of concrete that's poured out in the little retaining wall there, and we're having to chip that away because we want our sprinkler heads to be as close as possible to that wall. Otherwise, we're going to have dry spots behind them, and a few inches makes a difference. We're going to have the grass drying out a few inches behind where the sprinkler head is at. If we were to set them in place right now, we'd be about 6 inches away from the wall, and that means that there wouldn't be any water reaching behind those 6 inches of sprinkler. So we're trying to chip away just in the areas where we're actually going to set the sprinkler head, and because we have enough room to bury our lateral line, but we just need to set our sprinkler heads closer to that wall. So we're going to keep at it. Hey guys, end of the day here. I'm just dropping off my work truck. It was a long day. We did a couple of stops. We swung by that lady's house in Norco to collect the check and do a little walkthrough with her. And then we ended up doing that curbside painting job out in the city of Redlands as well, at that shopping center for that property manager. Then we went back to the we were at that house in Yucaipa also today. We had day one of the irrigation. We did move forward with that. We did do a lot of the trenching that I wanted to get done. We pretty much trenched out for 4 zones, which is almost half the entire irrigation system. So we're in really good shape as far as that's concerned. So tomorrow we will finish trenching that. It's just a little bit left. And then we'll start laying out pipe and sprinkler heads and get that all set up. So we should be done with the irrigation system there by the latest Wednesday. So we might actually be laying sod and plants in the back Thursday and Friday. So I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see you guys tomorrow.